Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. You know I have lots of stuff on display down here. Well, I got a new thing to display. Probably should have gotten this a long time ago. Fire extinguisher. A, B, and C. So it's like a general use fire extinguisher. I've been telling myself I should get a fire extinguisher, I should get a fire extinguisher. And then my insurance was like, you need to get a fire extinguisher. I was like, okay, good, that's the push I needed to finally get one. I just have so much stuff in here. There's so much product at any given time. I've got some expensive machinery between the embroidery machines, now the X-Tool apparel printer. I've got multiple computers, a bunch of expensive things, and I wanted to have a really high insurance coverage. And they're like, okay, well, if you want that much coverage, you need to do this and this and this. And I was like, okay, done. So I'm working on some things. But yeah, if anyone didn't know, if you run a business from home, at least here in Canada, you need separate insurance for the business. So I do have my homeowner's insurance that covers like the house and personal belongings, but you need separate coverage for your business stuff. So I've been making sure everything's good on that front just because I've got so much in here. Even just like the furniture is expensive, like the big heavy duty storage shelves, the packing station, all that costs a lot. So just make sure if you have a business, all your insurance stuff is sorted. Now I need to mount the fire extinguisher. I'm thinking it's going in the furnace room, but just inside the doorway. So it's kind of between this room and the embroidery room. So if either of us needed it, it's right between the rooms. Still right here, these 3 dots. Ignore these 2 dots. That was just general stud finding dots. These are the 3 dots of the bracket. And this is within the height suggested from the little pamphlet that came with the fire extinguisher. It could go a little higher, but my stud finder was detecting electrical in here, so I'm staying down here. My Google Home just said, sorry, try again in a few seconds. I didn't say anything. I was just sitting here quiet. It's the ghost. It's the ghost. Ooh. By the way, okay, that loud noise I heard in my last vlog, I think I know what it is. Some of you mentioned it could be something electrical, which is really scary. I do have this really heavy duty power bar underneath here, but nothing hugely energy demanding is plugged into here. Like not even the computer is plugged into there. It's just like our Wi-Fi thingy, the Google Home. Sometimes I have these lights turned on under here, but usually they're not. Rick is plugged into that. And things like my table here, this table goes up and down, it's electric, but I'm usually not adjusting the height of it. It's just sitting, right? And I have some stuff on display back here that lights up, like the America and the Melania and the flasks. Those things light up and they are plugged in, but they're rarely in use. Like all of this stuff draws very little power and is rarely actually in use. So I'm hoping it's not that, you know, hopefully there's not some electrical issue there, but I did see something back here. Okay, I found something. There is a power brick back here that fell down to the floor. This guy. And I previously had a couple bricks taped up here. You can see the residual Gorilla Tape hanging down. So I think it just fell from there. At least I hope that's what we heard, because it did sound like something falling and hitting the floor. That's what it sounded like to me. And remember, I also heard a little fluttering noise over here a couple minutes after the big pop. That would make sense because, like, if that thing kind of fell, the additional wires or something could slip and then rattle against the metal at the back. Like, the 2 sounds kind of went hand in hand, I think. Listening back to the clip, it actually sounds like it hits the metal shelf, which would make sense that it then slipped further, hence the fluttering noise of the cables against the metal. All 3 holes are definitely in a stud. Beautiful, beautiful. What's going on up here, BBs? Oh my goodness. Something was just delivered. That was a bit naughty. I bit the bullet and got a new dining set. I'm a little emotionally attached to this one, but it's time to say goodbye. I'll see if I can sell it on Facebook Marketplace. It's a very nice quality set. Now, these two woods don't quite match. From here, they look a little matchy. Come into the bright light though. Especially on camera, the difference is pretty big, but I don't care. This table checked all the boxes, but did not have matching chairs to go with. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. But also, I could modify colors a little bit if I want. The chairs would be a pain in the butt because the seats are pre-attached, but I could tweak the table color further. I say further because I've already tweaked the table color. So I knew based on the reviews of the table that I was taking a bit of a gamble because the color looked different in every photo. They do have 4 different colors, but 2 of them are really similar colors. And one of those is the one I got. So I didn't know which color people had in which photos, but also I saw some people complaining that the color was too orange. So I was like, oh, I have a feeling the table is gonna be too orange when I get it. But I took the gamble and it was in fact too orange. So I gave it a bluish gray wash. So this grayish stuff you see, that was added by me. But look at how closely it matches the post of the staircase. Huh? Kind of scary. That was accidental. I wasn't trying to match it. I was just trying to tone down the orange a bit. Everything's looking orangier on camera. Camera, stop. Oh yeah, I had my reds boosted in the camera settings. I also always had like a reddish filter to my vlogs. I'll make sure to keep that off for these clips. But anyway, table's looking so much better. It's gonna need some kind of top coat though, like polyurethane. I do still have some. I gotta check and make sure it's not dried out and check to see if I have enough. Otherwise I might need to go buy some. But yeah, this needs a little more work yet. And I also thought, well, let's wait till the chairs get here because I suspect the chairs are gonna be yellower than the table because I could add a little bit of soft yellow wash to this to make it match the chairs a little bit more. Or just say screw it and leave it as is. I don't know. I just do my experiments on the foot of the table, and then if it looks good, I do it to the rest of the table. It would be nice to brighten up the table a little bit because that wash I did darkened it. But it like matches the floor and stuff well now. It like goes with the tones of the house, which is great. So I'll need to pry the plastic feet off these chairs, get some felt pads on them. We're running a little low on felt pads. Different sizes are different thicknesses, so probably not good to mix and match, but I could use these little tiny ones. Do 4 to 5 dots per chair. We would have enough. Although I still should get more. This bag used to be full of a multi-pack of felt pads. Very handy to have, so I should get more regardless. Oh yeah, these kind of feet, this is what I need to pry off. Or screw off. These ones screwed off of the table. So I'll just have to figure out if the chairs are screwed in or hammered in. And then we'll say goodbye to this table set. Then after this, I need to tone it down on the house decor for a little bit. I spent enough money on the dining room. Although I do want to repaint the coffee area soon. And maybe the staircase leading to the basement. But that's just paint. Although paint's expensive too. But it's cheaper than furniture and light fixtures. And now it's mail pickup day, so I'm gonna start with packing some orders. I have 14 to go out. Just when I thought things were dying down because there's gonna be a shop update soon, more did come through without holds. So thank you. I'm gonna pack those up right now. And it made me remember that I did a little something over here. I made a little sticker tower using a piece of foam that came from the apparel printer. This was the piece that had the ink bottles in it, and I thought that would be perfect for stickers, so I just cut the rest of the foam off and stuck it here. It's just sitting on the table ledge, so hopefully I don't push it and everything goes whee! But I put the older sticker designs here so that the newer stuff, which is what I'll be reaching for the most during this shop update, is in the more accessible spot. Now, it's looking a little empty right now because I have some bins of stickers over in a different area because I'm quality checking the stickers right now, but this will be full. So there's just a couple designs per shelf with the sticker there. It works quite well, and the very bottom is not very accessible, so I put just overstock of Squeaky Seamstress, and then this is more lac, which is located up here. I suppose with the way I have it right now, this is accessible. It was pushed back a little further before, and because it's leaning, I still have access to the light switch back here. So that's my sticker solution. I have so many designs right now. I ordered 17 with my last sticker order, and then there's still all the stuff I already had. Whew, my phone was just popping off with multiple phone calls. I'm hopefully done. I can get to packing. And there they are, off to their new homes. Okay, I've had lunch and I'm now gonna quality check some stickers because I'm getting close to being done with that task. I did a bunch of it last night. So I'm counting out B grades is what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna assume that they sent me the correct number of stickers total, then I can subtract the B grades and I know my inventory counts. Miss Ma'am, you're shredding my sweater. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticker designs left to go through. One of them I can't go through yet because it's being reprinted. And that sticker is this one, the Froggy Palette. Now this one looked a bit weird on the proofs I received because the transparent stickers all have a graphic behind them, like a Sticker Beaver logo graphic that shows that the sticker is transparent. And this one didn't have that. But it did say next to it, clear sticker. So I was like, okay, so they still have it marked as being a clear sticker. So it should be fine. If they send me it on white vinyl, then they'll have to reprint it. But, you know, I got it and I checked to make sure it was clear vinyl. I was like, sweet, we're good, right? And then I was looking at it again while I was quality checking it. And I just thought something felt off about it. The purple and blue are a bit pale. I feel like my other purple and blue frog stickers are also a bit pale. Not quite this pale, but like, it just felt a little weird, right? I'm looking at it like, I don't know. So then I peeled the full sticker and realized something. Oh my goodness. Look at it against Kiki. So they didn't print the white layer on the back. So it's just pure transparency. So that's what the sticker looks like over a dark surface. Thanks for the demonstration, Kiki. So I contacted them and they're reprinting it, which I feel kind of bad about. I mean, it's their mistake, not mine, but I did order a higher quantity of this sticker. I did 750. And then for most of my other sticker designs, I did 500. So this was like a high quantity sticker and I got messed up. And I made sure to go in and check my other transparent stickers that I ordered in the same batch to make sure they're good. So they are. So there's like a semi-transparent white layer. So it looks kind of foggy, right? It's not 100% opaque white, but yeah, compare that to this one, which has nothing at all on the back. So these guys, they're getting redone, which is fine. There's time. Sticker Beaver's local, so it shouldn't take too long. Hey. Now they do want me to send these ones back to them, which is a little odd, but that's fine because they're not even sellable as a B grade in my opinion. The only thing I could maybe do is just throw one for free into every single order, because it would still look okay on a white, like piece of white paper would look fine, or like a white water bottle. But there's no way I would sell them, so it's a little sketchy when companies either request you to return them or destroy items, because it's like, what are you going to use them for anyway? Might as well at least give them a chance at a second life. But they're going back, or they're probably just going to be thrown in the garbage. But yeah, my life for the next while is just going to be going hard on shop prep. And I have more product quality check in addition to that. There's lots, so there's plenty. I would love to get through the sticker sheets next. And then the enamel pins will be a huge job. Huge, huge, huge. And I'm not even through all my pins because for stationery collection, I didn't get through them all. So I still have a bunch of stationery pins to quality check at some point in my life. 10 years from now. So typically I'll like quality check the pins, and then Christian actually pins them on the card and sleeves them. Although he has a lot of work right now to do with the DTF zips and stuff, so I don't know how much time he'll have for the pins, but he'll be able to help out at least a bit. So my initial focus will just be quality checking, not the packaging part. Anyway, back to the stickers. We gotta go through those. I'll start with these two. I put them in bins, then I was like, wait, I gotta go through these. So for other designs, I took them out of their plastic baggies, then quality checked, then they went into their plastic bins. I was quality checking stickers last night until bedtime, just because I've been feeling a little bit behind, because we had some family visiting over the weekend. Well, they came on Thursday, so I lost a couple of work days, but it was a fun visit. It was my dad and his girlfriend, and we went to a concert. The band was Triumph, and then April Wine opened. I don't really know much for Triumph music, which is interesting because it's one of my dad's favorite bands, but I don't remember hearing him play the music very much growing up. But I thought if I just heard some of the songs, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard that song, even though I didn't know it was by Triumph. But I was listening to their music before the concert, and I was like, I don't really recognize any of these except one. April Wine, on the other hand, I know a lot of their songs, so that was fun. So it's fun just to be at like an 80s rock concert, you know. The sound was really good. And we had seats pretty close to the stage. Like we were on the side of the arena, but close to the stage. So good view. And we went on a bike ride, played some cards, just visited in general. Yeah, good time, a good time. And now we have more family visiting in less than a month. And so I really want this shop update to happen before that, like ideally 2 weeks before family visits, so we can get either all the orders out or like the bulk of them out before they come to visit. But it's just getting tight because people are asking, when's the shop update? I still don't know. I like to have all the product on hand before I commit to a date. And except this time we will not have the journals in time. I know that much, but the sticky notes are the main thing that got delayed, but I really want those before the shop update. So that's kind of our thing we're waiting on. Like I'm not gonna commit to a date unless the sticky notes have at least shipped. Like if I have an estimated delivery date or something, then sure. But until then, I don't want to commit, so I'm sorry. As always, I will notify my email list when I know a date. That's probably your most guaranteed way to find out, because I'll also say it in the vlogs, of course. I'll post on Blue Sky, whatever, make a YouTube community post as well. But the mailing list is kind of the surefire way to be notified of this kind of thing. So, yeah. I think originally when I was planning out my year, I thought I would have a March shop update, maybe delayed to April. Now it's like, it'll be a miracle if it's in May. Because if for some reason I have to push it back to June, I would have to push it back to like after family visits. So I don't know, just rolling with the timeline, trying to not be too strict about it, but also stay on top of all the shop prep. Don't dilly-dally too much on that so that I'm not scrambling when I finally do set a date, you know? Like if I'm too strict with my timelines, that just stops being fun and starts to be stressful. So I kind of like just rolling with it, go with the flow, you know? The shop update will happen when it happens. Yeah, baby. Okay, I ended up going through all the stickers twice, which was a big job because this was the other sticker I ordered 750 of. But I realized very late on in my quality checking that some of these printed a little blurry, but it's not necessarily the whole thing that's blurry. It might just be the left side or right side or down the middle. So I went back through all of them again, specifically looking for blur. And that's how I ended up with all of these. So it's got a lot of B grades, but not like a crazy amount compared to the total number of stickers. So these will be set aside with other B grades to go in future B grade mystery bundles. That'll be later in the year, like Black Friday or something. And then we can have the B collection stuff with it. Haha. Oh, we have to count these. $73. Okay. That's a lot higher than the others, but there were more of that sticker, and I feel like a defect like that would not be as noticeable on other stickers because they're not as highly detailed as this. Like if the ink was just ever so feathered, you wouldn't even know. But for this, it would make like an entire object look fuzzy if it's a little bit off, so that's understandable. I'm not bothered by that many B grades. Now this one. Got a sweep to see if a black crummy is on the surface or if it's under the laminate. Don't know why there's black crummies on them. It's the curse I have with stickers. They always have black crummies. Marker Frog is the freebie, and I have 2,000 of those. I'm not gonna go through them, I don't think. So that leaves Squeaky Seamstress, and there are only 200 of those. So that'll be quick. Found a handful of blurry ones, but other than that, pretty good for Squeaky Seamstress. 5 B grades. Now, although I'm not going to go through these ones to quality check, I'm at least going to amass some of them into a bin. Have them neatly stacked. So here we have 2 bags worth of the stickers, but I figured I might as well stack up the rest so that when it comes time to pack orders, I'm not sitting there trying to make the stacks. So I'll just put them all in here. There's a technician coming over, well, any minute now. They said between 4 and 5, and it's 4:22. I gotta install some stuff, and it's gonna take like 3 hours. So am I gonna stay down here and work in their presence? I'm a little shy, but I gotta get my stuff done, so I just gotta deal with it. And I'm always slightly embarrassed about all like my Disney dolls and my Polly Pockets, and there's stuff like on the staircase too when you come down. Although usually people will say it's really cool, so I shouldn't be embarrassed about it. Or they say, my daughter would love this. Me, a grown adult. I managed to fit most of it in this box. I just have this left over. But you know what? I think this will go on like a top, on top of another bin. If it's a bottom bin, you cannot fill past the grooves here, but this is an upper bin. I can overfill it a bit. Oh, and I didn't put any in the front. There. And it's gonna go right here. Oh, it's looking so full. Aside from this bin where Froggy Palette is gonna go. But look at all this. Oh my goodness. So many stickers. I love how much these Digifrogs pop. So cute. My boy. Oh, you know what I didn't make a spot for? Orange Froggy. And I probably should do a quick quality check on these. I'm gonna hang on to these plastic bags that all the stickers came in. I don't know what I'd use them for. Like maybe some kind of product bundle, like a mini B grade bundle, or just like a print bundle. I don't know. It could work for something. I don't have that many of the bags, but I'll find a way. I just can't get over how cute these are. So some of it's the same as the die cuts, like this. Oop, doorbell. Okay, technician done. He was doing some security stuff. Again, requested by insurance, but it's gonna be so much peace of mind for me because I freak out about that kind of stuff a lot. And I just get really anxious about it, especially if we leave the house. And yes, he saw all the Disney stuff. He was actually quick to point out the Beauty and the Beast because he apparently loves it. So anytime he saw a new Beauty and the Beast thing, he's pointing it out. And he saw the YouTube Blacks. What is that, Kiki? What's on the window? And now it's 8:15, so maybe I'll shut things down. I did not get to the sticker sheets. I brought some pins upstairs to quality check just so I'd be out of the way. But the lighting wasn't good enough and I kept second guessing things and I was like, screw it, I'll just re-look at these all in proper lighting down here. Hear me out. After only getting one doll over the span of multiple years, I suddenly buy 3. Because that new Aurora was making me consider getting rid of the old Aurora, or at least bumping her out of the display case to make room for the new one. And I mentioned how I bought the full Masquerade, like Midnight Masquerade set that had released at the time. And I really should have just picked out my favorite dolls instead of impulse purchasing the full set. And one of my least favorites from that set is Tiana because her dress is just so small and simple. But I was like, I can't get rid of her. She's my only Tiana doll. I can't get rid of her. And I went looking. I was like, I would love to have her in her poofy green dress. And there is a 17-inch version. It's very expensive though, very expensive. And honestly, the dress on the 12-inch is gorgeous. So I ended up going with this. And there was a seller who had her for $150. Like the retail price of this is $130. The seller had it for $150. Everyone else was selling it for $300 and up. And I was like, it's a sign. I should get her. So I barely paid above retail, okay? I had to do it. My hands were tied to my credit card. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. Hey, what's going on with her arms? Now I know why she's $150. We can clean her up though. His hand as well. Something's going on with the plastic. Oh gosh, I forgot how hard these are to get off though. Elsa just gave her some frost. Okay, I finally got the plastic off. I might even put her where my Elsa statue is. So I was thinking they could stay in the box if I don't have a spot for them in the display case. But I at least want to open them up to clean them up a bit. Number 40 of 6,000. 40. I should not be opening this. What the heck is that? Probably just the plastic oozing something over time. See, one of his hands is fine. The other one has the stuff. Better not be anthrax. What? And I looked back at the listing. This absolutely was visible in the photos. I just didn't notice. And I was in the car when I ordered this, so it was bright and I couldn't see my screen super well. So that's my excuse. But other than that, it wasn't mentioned in the listing. But hey, if that got me the doll half off, I'll take it. Steal of a deal. And this is coming right off. I'm so excited to have a poofy dress Tiana. Wow, 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 wow. I might even like this dress better than the 17-inch doll dress. But I just love the details on this one. Ugh. Yes! Okay. Now I need to stop looking at eBay listings. I gotta stop. Stop! I've hit my personal spending limit. I say personal because there's always stuff to buy for the business. Okay, I put Elsa on top. She probably should go on top of this one because that's where the rest of the figures are, like statues, and she's a statue, so she probably should go there. But just look at her there, so pretty. And now instead, we have Tiana and Naveen, and actually, there's barely any glare. I'm seeing some glare at the bottom of the case, but like even right here, standing here, I see no glare. I can see them so clearly. Like even more clear than the dolls in this case. Woo! Now let's see how long it takes Christian to notice this. Now back to work! I want to get through all the sticker sheets today and all the prints. That's my goal. Quality check, get some inventory counts. Yeah. Now, what I was saying earlier about this sticker sheet is that some of these stickers are also in die cut form. So Bow Frog and the cup and the pens. But these are much bigger, of course. So depending what you want, you could go either way. These would fit better in like a planner, junk journal, art journal. And then these would fit better on like cover of a sketchbook, a laptop, water bottle, whatever. Plus these ones are also laminated. The sticker sheets are not laminated, so probably not as suitable for something like a water bottle where it would get like dinged up or something. Quality checking, begin! Kiki hogging the good spot, Midna. There is a cushioned seat inside the catio you could go to. Nah, this is better. Floor's all warm. So we have 47 B grades here, but I'll admit I was being quite picky with these. Nearly all of them is just the cut lines being a bit off. I mean, there are some A grades where the lines are slightly off, but if it's off more than I want to allow, then I make it a B grade. But it's really not that bad, and usually it'll be more off on one side of the sheet. Like look at the cup froggy, compare the line on this side to this side, but then if you go over here, it's more like almost perfectly centered, at least down on this froggy. This is a little off, this is pretty good. So they're actually pretty decent B grades, honestly, and are not too far off from some of the A grades, but I just wanted to set them aside, so those can go in the mystery bundles. $64 B grades on this guy, but again, they're not too bad. Some are worse than others, but there's not a single one where the cut line touches the artwork. They're still white around every single sticker. So yes, they're B grade, but not too bad. I was ignoring her meow, so she bit the corner of my book and lifted. Now it's all soggy. How dare you? She needs pets. Let me look at your bald spots. One was swollen, and then the next day the swelling went down, but the other one was swollen and had red scratches on it. I think the mosquitoes got her, because there were mosquitoes out with you. And she was trying to bite a mosquito, and then I couldn't see it anymore. Maybe it landed there and went... And then she got itchy and scratched it. Here's that attention you ordered. And now, art print. Woohoo! We got our royal kitties to kick us off. This first stack looks pretty good in terms of corners. Oh, I can see a few things on the other stack. Like the first one, you know, sometimes the top one gets a little messed up. It's dented there, that's a B grade. And then there are some at the bottom that have this blue thing. So these were my reprints because I had such a high amount of B grades. They reprinted the prints, and I knew there would be more B grades in the reprints. And here they are. This one's also got dents. Why do they all have that? Ugh. Okay, well they have the blue dot anyway, so those are bees. The bees knees. Wait, this one might be good. Yeah, I'm calling that good. I think I do need to stop doing these matte prints, and if I want to print a darker print, either get it printed elsewhere or just suck it up and do soft touch. Because really it's my fault for continuing to order it when I know it's so problematic. I did have more than 50% A grades on the initial print run, so as long as this is about 50% A grades, we're good to go. A to B. So lots of B's again, but whatever, that was a reprint. We can add this A stack to our other A stack, and we've got enough. Tabby A, B. I forgot to count the prints before I added them to the stack of existing prints, and I don't know exactly where the cutoff was, so I'm gonna have to recount all of them. I'm putting the print checking on pause to open something up. It's a humidifier. Not the most exciting, but I'm excited because the humidity in here has been low, and for DTF printing you want it higher. Now we have a humidifier attached to our furnace. We can just set the humidity with a dial next to the thermostat, but that only really works if the furnace is running. But times like right now, it's not really cold enough for heat, it's not warm enough for AC, so the furnace isn't really running. So it's dry. Right now my humidity sensor thing is saying 29%. So I got a small humidifier that I put right next to the machine, but it didn't really work. It was only raising the humidity by a few percent, and I've since found out that ideally I would have an evaporative humidifier for the DTF, so I got one of those instead. So this was the first one, just a little guy, but it would blow the mist up. Like, you can control the direction. It was blowing it directly this way. This is the air intake vent for the printer, so I thought that would be perfect. But even with it right there, it was only raising the humidity by a few percent, according to both this sensor and the one built into the machine. So I got this one. Woo! Now you may have noticed another box. That's a storage unit for DTF transfers. Because Christian's been using one of my own, like one of my paper storage racks, but I want it back. And I just got a couple storage racks. It'll be a little more suited for him. I ordered two different styles, and one is not here yet because Amazon doesn't charge your card until the item ships, but my credit card declined. I had like an email notification from something else, like a subscription that was renewing today, and they're like, your card was declined. It's declining everywhere because I was at my credit limit. I had to pay it off because I've been buying so much stuff for the shop update. I need to stop spending money and make some money. So these kinds typically aren't as silent because they have a fan in them that blows at the air, but it's apparently better. At least better for the DTF stuff. I don't know, dude. The only humidifier I've ever had is the one on our furnace, and even then I don't fully understand how it works. Didn't need this kind of thing in moist Coover. Wait, where's the power? Power cable. It doesn't need power. It runs on vibes. Wait, what the? Oh, yes. Okay, it's inside. I was like, it's got to be in there somewhere. Woohoo. Whoa. So to fill it, I can remove the top as it is now. I'll fully remove this piece, or I can pour water in here. And it doesn't need distilled water. You can use tap water for this type. Gonna need at least 2 of these jugs to fill it up. This one says 30. That one says 37. 33. I do want to get more transfers printing, so I've been waiting for this. because I want to have some print jobs running while I do my evening stream tonight. I do have a good stack in here of transfers, but I'm gonna need a lot more. 10-minute update. That says 34. I moved it. This says 37. That says, well, it said 41 a second ago. Now it's back to 42. And another update. I just had supper and came back down. This is sitting at 43. It briefly jumped to 44. Now it's back to 43. So it's not really changing, but on the machine now says 42. Sounds cool. But I guess it just can't go any higher. Maybe the humidity is just dissipating too much because it's a big room, but we're at least over 40, which is nice. The humidity will drop a little bit when the oven kicks on, so I would like it to be a little higher. But it's fine for moments like this where, like I said, the furnace is not running, because once it's into summer, it will be running and we'll have higher humidity in here. But this will be enough. I've been printing at around 40% and it's been fine. I'm on the verge of tears. I'm trying not to cry. It's now Wednesday, and I'm doing more printing of the DTF transfers, and today's even more humid, which is nice. Everything's running smoothly. I was doing some editing today, but also chasing down packages. Like Christian brought up that he didn't receive this one thread package. I thought it was delivered because he had ordered 2 thread orders, but I guess only the one of them was delivered. And that one's been a bit of a pain in the butt because there were 3 attempted deliveries, but I checked my camera footage for all 3 days. There was nothing. No one came. So I don't know. So now it's just marked as disposed of. It's not being returned to Madeira. It's not here with me. And so Madeira's like, I don't know. We're going to have to look into this. And I'm like, oh, great. And then a lot of packaging supplies I ordered over 3 weeks ago. Some of them haven't arrived, but tracking says it's coming, so that's good. And then the big one. So I got an email, woke up to an email from my coloring book printer. They're like, hey, did you get the books yet? And I was like, no. Like, I know they're supposed to come around this time because I wasn't sure if I'd have them in time for the shop update or not, but I was hoping that they would get here in time for that. So I said, no, I haven't received it yet. Do you have any tracking number for me? And they're like, yeah, here's the tracking, but it's showing that there's issues. And it's a little annoying because maybe we could have solved some of these issues if I had received the tracking earlier. Like last time I ordered the coloring books, they just showed up at my door. I never did get any tracking because there's no tracking for the first few weeks. And then once UPS has their hands on it, that's when there's tracking. But I'm never given that tracking unless I ask for it, I guess. Now I know. So basically, the tracking shows that 2 weeks ago, there was a notice saying that the electronic shipping information wasn't submitted by the shipper and that UPS has disposed of the shipment. It was like one tracking update that said that all together. So seemingly, they just threw out the coloring books. And the coloring book printer, they're looking into it. I don't know what's going to come of it. Like, they're going to have to either print me a replacement or refund. Ideally a replacement because I do need those. But like, it's on them as the shipper, and they're the ones who would have insurance on the package. But also it says that they're the ones who never submitted the electronic shipping information. So that's on them. And I've been hit by that as a sender. So like at the end of the day, when I'm done packing orders, I have to print a manifest. And if I forget to do that, or like I miss printing one of the pages, some of the packages won't get scanned in electronically and they'll get returned to me before they can even leave the country. So even though there's like a physical customs form on the package, they need it electronically submitted. So that seems to be the issue with this coloring book shipment, is the information was not electronically submitted. And UPS didn't try to contact me or the sender. They're just seemingly disposed of the package. So I was trying to call them today to see if I could do anything, even though the book company said they're looking into it with their shipping forwarder. But I was still like, let me see if I can get through. But It's all AI agents on the phone. They don't have real people anymore. It's just an AI voice. It sounds pretty natural. Almost sounds like you're talking to a real person, but you're not. And they were just like kind of talking in circles, and their answers didn't always make sense, or were just like generic repeated things. And they said I had to contact the brokerage department instead, so I contact there. That's also AI. And they were just like, well, it's been disposed of. You'll have to open a claim. And what does disposed of even mean? What do they do with the shipment? Do they just throw it in a landfill somewhere? Like, I know Amazon returns get sent to these bulk bin things, but what happens to discarded mail? Because if it's a commercial shipment, it's commercial goods. You'd think UPS can't like sell that off. But then is it just in a landfill somewhere? You could have at least given those coloring books to some kids or something if you're just gonna throw them out. Ugh. Try not to cry. Okay. Just a big order, you know, that's always my fear when I have expensive orders. Thank goodness it's not a sketchbook shipment. Those are by far my biggest, most expensive orders. But it still hurts. So between that and the embroidery thread, I've just had enough today. I've had enough. Coloring books, obviously, the much bigger loss. But the printer, I mean, that's their responsibility. I'm hoping they do something for me, because even if the shipment's gone and they have to reprint it, that would be fine. As long as they don't try to pull something where they're like, oh, well, we'll just give you a discount on a future order or something. They better not try that, because this is their responsibility. So all I have left for coloring books is this and this. So they're probably going to run out during the Froggy Collection shop update, and I apologize for that. That's the last of the stash for at least a couple months. Well, anyway, had myself a little cry. I need to wrap up this edit. I'll just be spending the rest of my day counting up more prints because I didn't get to all of them yesterday. Continue to print some transfers. Just general shop update stuff that I need to get done. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And then the mirror, it's just gonna have to stay broken. Ah! What just made that noise? The tape is wiggling a little bit. What?